What's going on, guys? Welcome to my brand new Fight Talk 2020. Now, this is a bit of a revival of my pre-pandemic production as a new segment on my main real estate page. So, as I bring you guys more great real estate content, I also want to switch it up a little bit and bring something else to the table because I know you guys don't want to hear about real estate 24/7. And as much as I love it, sometimes I don't want to talk about real estate either. So what better topic to discuss than something that I am personally passionate about, which is combat sports and martial arts, and really the value that these disciplines can bring to not only people in every single day life, but people in sales positions, especially real estate, realtors, and every aspect of the real estate process. So that being said, let's go over to my first guest via Zoom. Let's check it out. All right, guys, I am joined today by my man. He is a jiu-jitsu fighter. He is a business development manager over with Celebration Title Group, and my personal friend, Luis Sarcos. What's going on, Luis?
What's up, guys? So thank you so much for having me here today, Ray. Super happy to be on with you guys. So yeah, I do work for Celebration Title Group. I'm one of the business development managers. Celebration Title is basically not your typical title company. We do make a great experience for you and your client because we do believe that the purchase of a home does have to be celebrated. This is probably the biggest purchase of somebody's life. But other than that, I do enjoy jiu-jitsu. I do it as a hobby. And obviously I do compete and I love it,
Yeah, so I definitely want to talk about a few of those points. First of all, how did you get started with Celebration Title Group? And if you guys have never checked out Celebration Title Group, just go to their page, go to anybody's page. You'll see it really is a celebration like he's talking about.
So I basically got started. I just had my 1 year, November. So it's been a year. It is not for nothing. It's an amazing company, not only with what we do for the clients and the realtors as well, but what they do for us, the culture we have in the company, anywhere from management to operations. It's an amazing company to work for. So I feel super blessed to be with Celebration Title.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's one of the fastest growing, if not the fastest growing title company in all of Florida from what I've seen. And I think it shows in the business. So let's talk about your jiu-jitsu and how you started with jiu-jitsu, but really how you started in martial arts, because you didn't start with jiu-jitsu, did you?
No, I actually did wrestling in high school. I wrestled 2 years. One of my friends really got me into it and I loved it. Then after that, after high school, I wanted to continue doing something that was related to it. So I did Muay Thai at a gym for about 2 years. And then actually I transitioned to Jiu-Jitsu. My boy Eric actually was like, you got to come do it, And then I was like, I like striking, it's more fun to me. And then once I started doing Jiu-Jitsu, I instantly fell in love with it because it's basically, how do I explain it? It's like playing chess with your body. It's pretty crazy to think about it, but it's an amazing sport.
Yeah, super tactical. It seems like you got the itch. But yeah, that's why I ask you, is because I remember back in the pound for pound days, that's an old gym that used to be around off of Dean and Aloma, rest in peace, pound for pound. But you started coming through and I was like, all right, Lewis is coming through here. That's cool. And then me and you actually started training briefly together there. And then 1 or 2 sessions over at was it your previous gym?
Correct. Yeah, at Orlando BJJ, and that's where you came through, and we did the Muay Thai and whatnot. So it was fun, and that's where I actually started doing Jiu-Jitsu. And now my professor Bruno Malfacini actually opened a school in Edgewater. So if you guys ever want to check it out, it's an amazing school, and not for nothing because he's my coach. However, he is like LeBron James of Jiu-Jitsu. It's a 10-time world champ. And it's amazing and a blessing to be able to train with somebody like that. So
Yeah, that was basically going to be my next question, was where are you training now? Who are you training with? What's the name of your gym?
It's Alliance Orlando. It's the name of the gym. It's actually it's actually across the street from Edgewater High School. And it's an awesome gym. It's an amazing environment. And we get to train with Bruno. So that itself, it's amazing and it's an honor. So it's pretty awesome.
Nice. Are you doing any of the striking anymore?
I have not done any striking in a while. I am itching to at least do, mitt work or whatever it is, but I do miss it, to be very honest with you. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you got my phone number, brother. You can hit my line anytime. But also another plug, my man, Luis, who is a personal friend, was one of my cornermen in one of my fights. He was the second man right behind my trainer. What were your thoughts on that experience?
That was awesome. I was like, I don't know. I think I probably was more nervous than you. I was like freaking out. There's pictures of me like climbing over the rope, like screaming, and I was just feeding you water. And it was pretty cool because you get to corner somebody, it's cool, but you get to corner a friend, it's a little bit different, because you feel very involved in it, and it was amazing. That's the one that you kind of popped out your shoulder, you popped it back in, and still ended up winning the fight. So that was nerve-wracking, and it was overall an amazing experience.
Yeah. Trust me, it was very nerve-wracking. I can say so. Now, as far as the competition side goes, as we're talking about that, what got you into not just practicing jiu-jitsu, but wanting to compete as well?
Well, I did see that I like to compete, right? In any sport, I just feel like part of my life, like I've always played sports since I was a little kid, and I've always competed. And, I see like people after like 20, 25, they just started giving up on competing, right? On that competition. They just don't want to do it anymore. I still have an itch to compete in whatever it is, but I want to compete. And I think jiu-jitsu, it's amazing to compete in. And it just satisfies me. It's like, to me, after I compete, it's like I just got a massage. I actually had the opportunity for the first time to compete at American Nationals, which is, probably one of the biggest tournaments they do in the year. I took third place, didn't perform my best, but no excuses. I just made technical mistakes and lost the fight. But just the experience itself, you learn so much from it. It's like I feel like I did 3 months of training just in that fight. Like, you learn so much from it. And then also watching, the higher belts, like the black belts, go at it and stuff. And you just see how they do, how they prepare, how, even how they stretch before the fight. It's crazy to see it. So it's definitely, even though I didn't win, I learned so much. And that's what it's all about to me,
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why, I wanted to do something like this, is because we're not just talking about fighting and, who's stronger, this and that. It's these lessons that you can apply into the business world and into other people's personal lives as well. Like what you said, oh, I lost. But then afterwards you said you learned so much. You didn't lose. It's either you win or you learn, right? Now, you only lose if you just go in there and do the same exact thing over and over and over again. But like you said, even in business, you want to have that mentor. You want to watch the people who are successful, and just you learning, even watching just the stretching of the black belts, all that kind of just the little details and what makes them successful, what got them to be the level that they're at.
Yeah. And just to piggyback on that, like, we are in the business of real estate, right? And I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of people get discouraged when they're doing prospecting calls and they get hung up on, or they're door knocking and they get the door shut off on them and cursed out. It doesn't matter. You're just learning from it. All you're doing is practicing. Every no is only going to get you closer to a yes. So you either, get up and go, or you kind of just let yourself down, it's only two options that you got at that point. So I do relate jiu-jitsu and those type of competition experiences to also the business of real estate. I'll call agents and set up meetings to try to get their business, and they stand me up. Am I going to get upset? No. Am I going to take it personally? No. I'm going to call them again and reschedule it, or I'll call somebody else and schedule a meeting with them. It's how you react to it. So I think it has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. Like you said, you went out, you flew out to Texas, and you said you didn't get the win. Now, let me ask you this, because you didn't get the win. Are you going to quit? Are you ever going to compete again?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm signing up for the next tournament that comes around. And I'm going to try to not make the mistake that I made. and just go from there, but I'm not discouraged about it. I like I said, I learned so much that now even from the stretches that I'm going to do before my next competition are going to be different, just little details. So absolutely not. I'm not discouraged at all. And I'm actually itching and looking forward to competing again.
That's what I like to hear, man. And literally, just like you said, if you're in real estate or if you're in whatever sales, this and that, let's say you have a sale that falls through, you were really looking forward to it. Are you just going to give up and say, and tell that client, okay, well, it was a good try. Goodbye. No, you're going to go, all right, let's get right back up on the horse. We're going to start from the beginning, but we're going to get it done this time. And that's kind of the mindset and mentality that you have to have in the business world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't just let it discourage you. Like I always say, and I've had sales jobs before that are tough like that. I've worked on the phone doing prospecting and stuff. And I always learned this: every no is only going to get you closer to that yes. Eventually somebody's going to say yes to you. If you keep on going and you keep on grinding, eventually somebody's going to say yes to you. They're going to buy whatever you're offering. They're going to buy the house. They're going to, do the title with you. Whatever it is that you're, like you said, whatever business you're in, you're going to get that yes eventually. It's just a matter of time.
Of course, it's just a law of averages, right? Yeah. So one other thing I want to ask you is, what personally motivates you to do what you do, whether it's jiu-jitsu, celebration title group, just your everyday life?
I actually get motivated by obviously, myself and my wife. I do, as you know, I do have a dog that's like a son to me. So my
great.
All those things that are close to me, and actually personal failure. I just don't like to let myself down, and that always somehow keeps like the fire under me to keep doing better and improving and actually waking up every day and trying to work harder than the day before and just be overall better,
Yeah, absolutely. One final question that I like to ask people is when it comes to real estate, right? Because obviously I work in real estate, you work in real estate, and everyone's goal in real estate is to live in a house. Everybody lives in a house, right? Or at least an apartment or something. What is your personal make or break with the house? Like, what are you looking for? Let's say if it's 1 year from now, 5 years from now, or if you had that magic wand to say, hey, I want this house right now. Is it the pool? Is it the kitchen? What are you looking for?
Well, funny that you asked that because I'm actually in the process of moving. This townhouse that I'm in right now was my first home that I purchased. And it was my first home. It was a starter home. And now the things that I look for on the other house that I put a contract in is that it had to have a 2-car garage. That was super important for me so that me and my wife don't have to be like, I need you to move the car to the driveway. I need you to move the car. No, I gotta leave. So the comfort of that to me was huge. And also having a backyard for my dog and for me to grill, because I love to grill, have people over. You've actually been over to my house when I grill.
Yeah.
Right? So that to me, having a kind of like a bigger backyard and a 2-car garage, believe it or not, to me, that was like a make it, break it. And just a pleasure owning your own home. A lot of people are renting nowadays and they think that purchasing a home is this hard process, that is tough, that is expensive, that is undoable. And it's actually not. It's actually cheaper than renting. You just got to be smart about it, and you got to find somebody like yourself and like me that can help you through the process, hold your hand through it, and that's it.
Absolutely, man. I feel kind of the same way. When it comes to like the backyard and the garage, it's almost more important than the house, really. But that being said, bro, I love that townhouse you got, but congratulations to you on putting that offer in. I hope everything works out and you upgrade, and I'm looking forward to an invite as soon as you close on it. We could watch some fights or something over there. But also, bro, thank you so much for doing this, sharing some of your insight. I really appreciate it. Before you go, any plugs? First of all, let's plug your Instagram. Was that Celebrate with Luis?
Yep, Celebrate with Luis is my Instagram handle. You guys can also follow us on Facebook at celebrationtitlegroup.com. If you don't do so, just do it now. It's amazing. Don't take it from me. We are the only title company that does have over 500 reviews on Google. So don't take my word for it. I know clients sometimes would ask you, hey, so why are you choosing that title company for me? Just take them to the reviews and let them see it for themselves, And as far as jiu-jitsu, I'm hoping that you come and you train with us too, because I know you like jiu-jitsu too. Got the shirt on, the Bruno Malfacini.
There you go.
by and join us. I'm sure you're going to love it. And anybody else, whoever wants to try, learning some, even if you don't want to compete, if you want to learn self-defense, just come on by. It's a great environment. It's an amazing workout. It's great cardio, and that's it. Thank you for having me, brother.
Absolutely, bro. Anytime, man. Thank you so much.